And speaking of not holding back, that leads me to our featured story of the night. All right, everybody, I want to jump into a little bit of Kraven because the trailer came out for Kraven the Hunter, and Kraven's definitely not holding back in this trailer. If you saw it, everybody, if you haven't, watch afterwards. You'll understand what we're talking about. But Kraven's like got a bear trap on people's heads, machete to the head. He like bites somebody's nose off, like jumps on them and bites their nose off. And for me, I feel like they're trying to go more into the gore. They're trying to recreate that Venom vibe they did. Sony has already done with that universe. He's now an anti-hero as opposed to just going after Spider-Man in the comics. They're trying to change a little bit to try to make a whole different genre for this character. And Aaron Taylor Johnson looks great in this, actually. I think he actually performs fantastic in the trailer. Russell Crowe's in this too. I think he kind of works to be his father, but they're changing him to an anti-hero, and the whole night talking about anti-heroes protecting the natural world. And it's actually in the Morbius universe. So it's going to be in that Sony universe. I'm guessing Venom would still be there too. Still don't have our Spider-Man. I like the little drop of blood that landed on him and his open wound in the trailer. I thought that was very, very interesting and good to show how he transformed. And the trailer itself, I thought was very brutal. And it came out today, and I just wanted to talk about it because, you know, Sony's been trying to figure this whole universe out back and forth. They're helping, Marvel's helping, they say, but a lot of their stuff still hasn't done very well. The same thing with DC. It's kind of that same thing. It's like they've been struggling to make it work, trying to bring Michael Keaton in here to be Vulture too. I mean, they're trying to do a lot. So I'm interested to see like how this connects to that big universe. And I'm interested to see if it's actually going to be effective, or we want another one, unlike Morbius, where a lot of people just don't want to see it. They just want to say it's Morbin time all the time. So I'm just kind of like about the whole thing. But Paul, you saw this trailer today. What do you think about Kraven the Hunter coming from Sony? Is it going to work?
You know, that's a great question. I have a bias towards the character as far as like, I always like, I try to adapt to change. And so when a character has a completely different version for the films, I try to be okay with that. This is so different. Like you have a character it comes off as he's not even a villain. He comes off more as a hero type. And even though he's killing people, even though he's stabbing people, he is the hero of the movie. So I'm a little conflicted about that. Because I love the villain version of Kraven. And I want to see that come through, especially when he's fighting Spider-Man, which he's not going to be doing. And I have the same problem with Venom. And more so Venom because of Venom having a direct tie to Spider-Man, more so because of the suit and everything. So this could go either way. This could be another Venom, or it could be another Morbius, which Morbius was... I personally didn't care for that movie.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. I hope it's more Venom. I hope it's even better than Venom, because I actually enjoyed the Venom films, but I can admit that they're pretty cheesy. But I think this has potential because of the actor. Aaron Taylor Johnson is phenomenal. I mean, he's even in talks to play James Bond. Like he is he's always just stood out as an actor. And
Idris Elba.
He is I would say Idris Elba if he was younger, but who knows? Anything could happen. But I think with this potential of him coming in and being the lead, that gets me more excited than say the version of the character. So that's where I'm at. Yeah.
I agree. The Spider-Man thing is always going to be like, you know, the thing in the room. We're always talking about the elephant in the room. Like, where's Spider-Man? Like, how is Spider-Man not in this? Where is your Spider-Man? And then they're trying to change it drastically. I really hope it's not like Morbius, because Morbius did go a little bit more graphic. And if you see this trailer, they really kind of went there. So I'm hoping that they don't go too far down that rabbit hole and miss the whole heart of the Spider-Man universe. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Did you get excited about this trailer, or were you like, should he not be doing this and they shouldn't be touching this franchise and Sony should just stop?
I'm confused. Let's be perfectly honest. I first of all, Paul, I commend you for saying that you like to embrace change. Like I'm the exact opposite, which is what I was saying about The Boys. Like I don't want new people. Like screw you, Firecracker. I don't know, sage dust, whatever. I don't think so. Like for some reason, like I am the exact opposite of that. So I commend you for trying so hard. That being said, like you said, this guy is a villain. He's supposed to be a villain. He's one of the more interesting Spider-Man villains, honestly. And so, like, looking at it, they're definitely making him the hero. And like at the very end, like he even says, like, my father brings evil into the world, and I, rid the world of the evil, or something to that effect. Basically, I feel like Mike when I butchered that Morimoto quote. But basically, he's saying my dad brings in the evil and I extinguish the evil, So it doesn't really make him seem too much like a villain. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's undoing wrongs that have been done.
Russell Crowe, his dad.
That being said, also, hold up. Isn't Russell Crowe Zeus in the Marvel universe already?
Well, this is different. This is the Sony-verse, Sabrina.
Sony-verse, yeah.
But it's still Marvel.
Well, no, Marvel's its own thing, and
but
Sony
Spider-Man
just
has crossed over into the Marvel, has he not? So now this is a Spider-Man. Like, you can't just be doing this standalone bullshit. It's weird.
What if he still is Zeus? What if he's
and also Zeus? This fucking guy?
He's the same. He's the same person. He's the same.
Well, then
person.
I would need Roy Kent from Ted Lasso to also be in this movie, and then I am
there you go.
That'd be great.
Hell yeah!
I need Hercules.
Look at Aaron Taylor Johnson, though. He was Quicksilver, Sabrina. So you're already Yep.
There's
a lot.
I was getting there, Brian. You cut me off, and that was my other point of disagreeing with Paul. He has not always been a great movie star because he was terrible as Quicksilver. Between him and what's her nuts, WandaVision, I wanted to kill myself during that movie. She had an accent sometimes, other times he didn't. At least he had the same talking voice the whole time. But I was like, oh my God, how are these two in a Marvel movie? I want to jump off a bridge. It was so bad. It was so bad. And when she came back, I'm like, of all people, we're going to bring this bitch back? She did redeem herself. That WandaVision was amazing. But I have an accent, I don't have it. Same thing with Scarlett Johansson. She did the same thing with the Russian accent. Like, it kind of drives me nuts. Like, and they're like, you know what? That was great. How you fucked that up. Let's bring you back and give you more movies. I don't understand. So he has become an amazing actor. I think that you are correct. He was amazing in Bullet Train most recently. That was the most recent thing I saw him in.
So good in that.
He was either lemon or tangerine or one. I can't remember which one, but he was amazing. And I think he will do a great job. It does look a little bit gory and graphic. I personally hate hunting. I don't like killing any animals or watching animals get killed. My grandfather was a hunter. We had like a deer head. I don't. That's not like my world, so I don't know that I would even want to see a movie that is like glorifying that. And then there's like a human person hunting other human people. It's I don't know, the blurred line between human and animal. I'm not in love with, which I know is more true to the character than his evil or good. So I don't know. I'm very confused. I'll leave it at that. Very confused.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great point. Are people going to turn out for this if it's going to show animals being killed? I know a lot of people who didn't want to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because of the animal cruelty in that. And that was a great film. Yeah. But I understand why someone wouldn't be able to sit through that. So that's a great question. I don't know.
That's the thing. And that's what we've been talking about earlier with the Flash too. It's like that's this whole world, it's like something like that could just throw people off and not want to go see it. And, and the trailer doesn't show any animals die or anything, but I don't know. I mean,
it showed the lion
get messed up.
Well, I guess he got messed up, but it messed him up though. It bit him, right?
It didn't mess him up. It made him a half lion.
It made him a superhero, anti-hero.
Now he's an animal.
So now people are going to run out to the jungle or to Africa or wherever to get lion blood, and they're going to see, oh, I can be a superhero.
Turn me into Kraven.
Yeah.
Turn me into Kraven now.
That's how it works.
That is not going to work out well for them.
No.
I feel it's going to fall into that Morbius world. Unfortunately, I'm just worried it's going to go that way, and I just hope it doesn't because I am always cheering for.
It looks like he's doing a good job. I mean, it looks like it's well done. I just don't know that it's for me.
I kind of wish he had the accent that his father does. I wanted a little bit of that, just a slight bit of accent, because
we just had an accent conversation, bro. Like, that's not going to go well. We saw.
Is that what it is? That's why I didn't do it.
Again, I always think of Kraven, and I think of him having that accent. So it's more of a character thing, and not even the actor. It's just I'm still trying to adjust. So we'll see.
I'm going to go ahead and answer that question for you in my brain, is that because he was so young when that happened and he grew up amongst the wild, he lost any sort of parallel accent-wise because he grew up amongst the animals. because his dad left. him
Okay,
there. That's
Sony.
my-
Oh,
That's,
okay,
that's,
Sony.
That's my explanation for you.
I swear to God, if the Vulture shows up for no reason in this movie, I'm done.
He's going to. I don't know why. I feel like he's going to.
God.
He's gonna fly in at the end. Michael Keaton can't stop him.
They had Rhino at the end, right? I'm like, can that please be
Rhino.
Paul Giamatti? Is Paul Giamatti
It's
gonna
not-
be
it's
Rhino
not-
again? Because I
It's
want
not
to
Paul
know.
Giamatti.
Damn it.
No, it's not Paul Giamatti. No,
I
and
forget
they're
the
also
actor's name, but yeah.
Alexander, I think his name is, or but
Novka, yeah.
yeah, and he
I thought
they're gonna
that
go
was
into
kinda
the whole.
fun.
They're going into the whole like actually being like a kind of like a mutant, like he uses a syndrome or serum and it turns him into a rhino, as opposed to wearing a big metal suit like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, like Paul Giamatti, which we all saw that.
I still don't know how I feel about that either, because I mean, I don't want to see the big metal suit again, but I also don't want to see a rhino who can turn from rhino to, having a suit of armor to human. I want to see. I that's the purist coming out. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see the rhino being the rhino where he's stuck in the suit, he can't get out of it, and he's pissed off about it. I think that's great, and maybe they'll go that route. I don't know. We haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he'll want to like break from the syndrome, or the serum want to break out, but he can't. And he's stuck as like the rhino or something. But I mean, I want the rubber suit. Give me the suit. Give me the suit. Let's go there. They always try to overthink it. They want to make the lizard. They want the lizard to come back. Like we'll make our own lizard. That'll work. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because they didn't really show much. They showed his arm changing a little bit in that trailer, but we'll see. I'm giving it a chance. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Only time will tell. But Kraven the Hunter is coming, everybody. Whether you like it or not, this October, Sony's bringing it to you in theaters and then hopefully on Disney Plus eventually. But you know how that goes. The rights take forever. So go to theaters and watch it. It helps everybody.